Good morning, viewers, and welcome to Diary TV, your trusted source for the stories that shape our world. I'm Ogenekara, and today we're diving into a captivating tale from the world of African football. A story of identity, ambition, and a young defender's bold decision that has sparked conversations across Nigeria, South Africa, and beyond. His name is Ime Okon, a 20-year-old rising star who has chosen to don the green and gold of South Africa's Bafana Bafana, turning down the chance to play for Nigeria's Super Eagles. Why did this talented young star born to a Nigerian father and South African mother make such a choice? What does this mean for his career and the footballing rival between two of Africa's giants? Today we'll unpack the latest updates on the story, explore his journey, and reflect on the broader implication for African football. Stay with us as we bring you the full story. Ime Okon's story began in Johannesburg, South Africa, where he was born in February 2004. Raised in a vibrant multicultural household, he grew up with the rhythm of South African life pulsing through his veins, while his Nigerian heritage remained a proud part of his identity. His father, a native of Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, and his South African mother gave him roots into footballing powerhouse. From an early age, Ukon showed a natural flair for the game, kicking a ball across the streets of Johannesburg before catching the eyes of local scouts. Ukon's ascent in football has been nothing short of remarkable. At just 20 years old, he is already a mainstay in the defense of SuperSport United, one of South Africa's top clubs in the Premier Soccer League, or PSL. Promoted to the senior team in July 2023 by head coach Gavin Hunt, Ukon quickly proved his worth with his composure, positioning, and ability to read the game. Over the past 2 seasons, he has racked up over 40 appearances in the PSL, earning a reputation as a ball-playing centre-back with a bright future. Last season alone, Ukon made a 20 top-flight appearance, even earning a spot in the PSL's Team of the Week for his standout performances. His rapid rise didn't go unnoticed. Clubs from England, Belgium, and Denmark reportedly expressed interest, but it was a trial with Ukrainian giant Dynamo in January 2025 that turned heads. According to reports, Ukon impressed during his stint in Ukraine, showcasing the kind of maturity and skill that could see him make a move to Europe soon. But it's not just his club performance that has got people talking. It's international journey that has taken center stage, particularly after his debut for South Africa in the 2025 COSAFA Cup. Playing every minute of Bafana Bafana's campaign, he scored his first international goal in a 2-0 win over Zimbabwe and even helped his team reach the semifinals. His assured display has cemented his place in the national setup and is now pushing for a spot in South Africa's squad for the upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifiers. What makes Ukon's story so compelling is the choice he faced, a choice between two nations with rich footballing history. Let's dive into the heart of that decision next. On July 18, Ukon made headlines when he spoke to SABC Sports about his decision to represent South Africa over Nigeria. In his own words, it was never a difficult decision. For him, playing for Bafana Bafana was the realization of a lifelong dream. This is what I've always wanted, he said. I'm really happy, and it's been a great experience with the national team, and all the players and coaches have been very helpful and welcoming. Born and raised in South Africa, Ukon has never visited Nigeria, a fact that has stirred some debate among fans. As he told SABC Sports, his identity is deeply tied to the country where he grew up, where he speaks the language, eats the food, and embraces the culture. Yet, his Nigerian heritage made him eligible to play for the Super Eagles, a team with 3 African Cup of Nations titles and a storied World Cup history. So why did he choose South Africa? For Ukon, it's about belonging. South Africa is the only home he has ever known. From his days at Romburg FC to his break at SuperSport United, his journey has been shaped by the South African football system, Coaches like Gavin Hart and Tebo September has played pivotal role in his development, and Bafana Bafana's head coach Hugo Bros was quick to call him up, signaling trust in his potential. But the decision wasn't without challenges. Former Orlando Pirates defender Tolani, a teammate of SuperSport United, once playfully warned Okon against choosing Nigeria, saying he would stop mentoring him if he did. Tolani highlighted Okon's South Africa roots, noting that he speaks Afrikaans and embodied the spirit of the nation. Yet, Okon's Nigerian father and his support for the Super Eagles during AFCON matches added a layer of complexity to the banter in the SuperSport dressing room. Okon's choice to pledge his allegiance to South Africa sparked a range of reaction, particularly in Nigeria, where fans had hoped to see him in the green and white of the Super Eagles. Social media platforms including X buzzed with opinions. One post from May 2025 celebrated Okon as the first Nigerian to represent South Africa, highlighting the historic nature of his call-up. Others, however, expressed disappointment, with some Nigerian fans feeling that Okon's decision was a loss for the Super Eagles. In South Africa, the response was mixed. Whilst many welcome Okon's commitment to Bafana Bafana, his Nigeria heritage stirred debate among fans. Former Eimba star Prince Olomu, now based in South Africa, called for unity, urging fans to embrace Okon as a symbol of the global nature of modern football. The boy was born and grew up here, eats the same food, speak the same language, and take pride in identifying as South African, Olomu told Kickoff. He pointed to the Springboks rugby team history of embracing players with dual heritage, arguing that Okon's inclusion strengthens Bafana Bafana. Despite the polarized reaction, Eime's performances have largely silenced critics. His goal against Zimbabwe and his steady presence in South Africa's COSAFA Cup has been a show that is more than capable of handling the pressure. And with the potential clash against Nigeria looming in the 2026 World Cup qualifier in September 2025, Okon could face his father's homeland on the pitch, a moment that could both be symbolic and emotionally charged. So what does Ime Okon's decision mean for the footballing landscape of Nigeria and South Africa? For Nigeria, the loss of Okon is softened by the depth of their defensive rank. The Super Eagles boast players like William Trust Ekong, Kaveh Bassey, and emerging talents like Benjamin Frederick. While Okon could have been a valuable addition, Nigeria's focus under coach Chelle is on building a cohesive unit for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, where they face tough competition in a group that includes South Africa. For South Africa, Okon's commitment is a cope. Bafana Bafana has struggled to find consistent defensive talent in recent years, and Okon's emergence alongside veterans like Sinyanda and Tolani bolstered their backline. Coach Hugo has made it clear that Okon is part of his long-term vision, and his trial with Dynamo Kyiv suggests that he would soon be playing at a higher level, bringing valuable experience back to the national team. The upcoming Nigeria-South Africa clash in September 2025 adds another layer of intrigue. If Okon is selected, he will have the chance to play himself against some of Africa's best attackers, including Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. It's a matchup that could define his early international career and also add fuel to the storied history between the South Africa and Nigeria. As Okon continues to rise, his story raised broader questions about identity and choices in modern football. Dual nationality players are increasingly common, and African nations are competing fiercely to secure their talent. Players like Bukayo Saka, who chose England over Nigeria, and Pierre-Emerick, who opted for Gabon, has faced similar decisions. Okon's choice reflects a personal connection to South Africa, but it also highlights the globalized nature of the game, where borders are blurred and players often carry multiple identities. Okon's trial with Dynamo could be a game changer. A move to Europe will expose him to a higher level of competition, potentially elevating his status as one of Africa's top young defenders. Whether he stays with SuperSport United or takes a leap abroad, his performances for Bafana Bafana will be closely watched, especially as South Africa aims to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. For Nigerian fans, Okon's decision may stink, but it's a reminder of the wealth talent the country continues to produce. The Super Eagles remain a force, and their focus will be on nurturing the next generation. From Frederick Benjamin to players yet to emerge, for South Africa, Ukon is a symbol of hope. A young player who could help Bafana Bafana reclaim their place among African elites. As we wrap up today's story, Ukon's journey reminds us of the power of choice and the passion that drives African football. Whether you are rooting for the Super Eagles or Bafana Bafana, there is no denying that Ukon's story is one to watch. What do you think about his decision? Should he have chosen Nigeria, or was South Africa the right call? Head over to the comment section and let us know your thoughts. That's all for today's feature on Diary TV. I'm Ogenekaro Asowe, thanking you for joining us. Stay tuned for more stories that inspire, inform, and ignite your passion for the beautiful game. Until next time, keep dreaming big and sharing loud.